Hey, leave that shaman alone. We can do this the hard way or my way. They're basically the same thing.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Simba Shaman 2. We made it to where the Simba Shaman is, because as the sign said, Lucky's in prison shamans, I don't think we'll find an orphanage here. The shaman is right in front of us. It is a prison, more captives must be around. If we free them, I'm sure they will help us. Proceed with caution, you can bet. There are a number of guards in here. We start this fight, engaged in a battle with the dudes we saw in the cutscene. And we're just gonna miss that grenade throw entirely, because again, I suck at video games. And can destroy a couple of things as well.
I've been waiting forever for that blondie guy to show up. See you in Ceremonial Arena. Don't be late. You must be there before sundown. I think I'll take a shortcut. Bye-bye.
And the shaman just made the Duke Nukem reference because he mentioned the blonde guy that he's been waiting forever for. You know, Duke Nukem Forever and all that. Anyway, a lot of zombie stockbrokers here. And the best way to handle this wave is to sort of chill in a corner and peek around and shoot at them. Because when they're far away from you, they have a hard time hitting you, of course. Because their weapons have spread, as you might see when they should. Now the good idea is to stand near a pillar and sort of do that. But you still run a risk of getting hit every now and then. But this is by far the safest way to deal with this specific wave. Especially on higher difficulties. Boom. Okay. Who are you? Where are you? There you are. Wait, where? So I'm gonna destroy these spots because they have health in them. There you are. Oh, he's not dead. Now he is. Always look for that explosion when they die. Because if you don't see that, that means they're not dead and they will get back up. I don't know if that grenade even did anything.
Go through the prison block. Be kind and free a few Simbas along the way.
Okay, now we got actually to explore this beginning area. There is actually a secret here. And it is this lever.
Secret monkey breath has been found.
And this monkey will spit armor for us, which we appreciate because we were running kind of low there. I believe I destroyed everything over there. Yeah, I'm good. We can move on now. And now these things can be destroyed, but they don't actually do anything. There will be some of them later, in a later level, I believe the next one, that actually do give points for some reason. I also need ammo. Oh, there you go. Over here, there are keys. Make sure to pick up all the 3 keys, and then we move on. And those 3 keys are needed. Because if we go over here, we can now open the doors to the prison and free the Simbas, which will give us health, armor, money, stuff like that. And these give coins, and we want the points. We like points. We like making high scores. At least I do. Give me, like, I like when games give you like a point system that's basically completely useless. It's just for brag, you know? Because you can choose to ignore it. It's like in Rayman 3, it's mostly for brag, right? Because Rayman 3, the only functions the points have, well, they unlock mini-games. But, you know, you can just keep replaying the same stage over and over until you unlock everything, so they're basically useless. And also chances are, if you're a decent enough player, you will still unlock everything by just playing through the game normally. And the other thing they do is that in the final world they unlock a secret area. But in that, points in Rayman 3 are absolutely pointless. There are points that are pointless. And in this game, they're pretty much even more pointless because they don't unlock anything as far as I know. They're just there. They exist. And you know what? I'm grateful for it because it's something you can just ignore if you want. And it just adds replay value. You can try to optimize for score. Now, because we have grabbed those keys, we can open this door. And find this.
And who are you supposed to be?
And this is the picture of Croteam at the time of development, which I believe a few episodes ago I said this game was developed in 2008. 2005 is the actual date of release. So there, this game is 21 years old. And it still looks pretty good today. Okay, we get into this room now, and shortly, and I mean shortly, we should be getting us autosave here. There it is. And I believe we're about to see, yeah, this lightning bolt, which means enemies are gonna start spawning in. Whenever you see that effect, that's basically what it means. And we'll see it some other times. Also, these green enemies here, I think they said they were called crocodiles. They're actually called lizards. So my mistake. Nice, healed it for me. Thank you. There's a little example of friendly fire in this game. As I said, while there is no fighting, there is friendly fire. And we can, in some occasion, appreciate friendly fire happening. Minigun guy over there. Thankfully, the sniper is very powerful. I gotta be careful because sometimes you get an enemy stuck up there. Didn't happen this time. You can also use parrots against those guys. I heard a Simba throwing something at me. I guess it wasn't one of those cells, but unfortunately, you can't go back. So whatever he threw at me, we will never know. Oh, what the hell? Shield them. Spawning from up there. Oh, there's two of them over there as well. You know what? Time to parrot. Nice. Okay, we're gonna free these guys. Get help. And get something else. Like, even freeing these guys is totally optional. But I don't feel bad not freeing them. Okay, and with that, we can now move on. Those things can be destroyed, right? Yeah, but they don't give any points. More coins. Appreciate it. Destroy your jar, and let's see what we have over here. Great, and now we have, look at that, 5,000 points. You know what that means. And now that we've done that, I believe we can move on to this area.
Wow, what a pretty light. Let's check it out.
Women, they're suckers for anything shiny.
2005, by the way. That's the humor of the age. In fact, I don't know if I said that, but I sort of compared this game, this humor, to God Hand. And what I believe I did say something like this is the God Hand of shooters. Although on a technical level, it's not because it blows compared to other shooters. But on the humor side, it's very God Handy, in which it's just very whack. Although I believe, I want to say probably God Hand is still better at that department as well. Like, you just remember the scene in God Hand where it's late in the game where Olivia disappears and then the three dudes enter the room with Jean, and Jean kicks two of them out, and then third one, the Jean tries to kick the third one out, but you know, lined up with the window, so the guy just sort of say, wait, I'm gonna line up with the window so you can kick me out of it. Okay. Yeah, really the best way to describe this game's cutscene is whack. Wacky and absolute something. I don't even know what I was going with that. But anyway, we get into this huge room, which is actually very safe. There's nothing in here other than those 3 guys. But there are some boxes here. And because they're already stacked perfectly, we're gonna make sure they don't impede me from going up here and grabbing
Secret high plateau has been discovered.
a couple parrots and armor. Now, on that, we can now destroy everything in this room. And that box is very huge because it has an enemy inside, which I've managed to actually hurt myself by killing because of that grenade. There's also a TV here. We've seen few TVs. They are absolutely pointless. I mean, you can't shoot them, they blow up, but they don't do anything. You can't pick them up, throw them around, and do that. But they're not useful in any way. I wish you could, like... I don't think if you throw things at enemies, you damage them, but I wish that was a thing, right? But depending on what you throw at an enemy, you do different effects and maybe different damage. You know, it wouldn't be something you could use all the time, but it would be fun to do. You know, maybe you throw the TV at them, they get you sort of like paralyze them because it's electric, I don't know. Now here, we're gonna sort of go in the center, keep the shotgun at the ready, and try to trigger the next wave from happening. And it is happening right now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over here and crouch. There are a lot of shotgunners again, and we're just gonna take the similar approach to what we did at the start of the level. Sort of take a peek around this brazier. Now this brazier will eventually be destroyed, but then we can move to a different brazier and sort of do that. If you try to stay in the middle or strafe around the barrels, you will take a lot of damage. If you do that, it is actually much easier. Every now and then you just chuck a grenade. And you will be fine. I did kill that guy over there. There we go. Just keep doing this. As you can see, there's a lot of them. I didn't hide over here for nothing. I believe now that they're mostly gone, if not all of them are. We can just go over here, whip out the minigun, or rather not the minigun, it's the Uzi, because we have these guys again, which I mean, they die very easily. It's a perfect enemy to use the Uzis on because, you know, they just take a couple bullets to kill them. Some are even spawning in midair, which is nice. Well, it's good there's less of them to deal with now. And with that shake, it's the signal the waves are over and we're now free to go. Now if we go over here where all this armor is, we can go in here.
Secret dark passage has been located.
Apparently it's a secret dark passage, even though there's so much light outside, it's almost impossible to miss. Yet another extra life. And 5k. Neat. And more points. And that's kind of it. This is the all the secret. There's a lot of points. We're grabbing all there's to grab here, and I believe we're gonna there's another minigunner here. Yup, just die. Thank you. I believe there might be another one coming up. Nope, just these guys, just blow them up. But I believe there is another minigunner. Just around the corner on the other side of the corridor. Oh, okay, wait. Yep, there it is. And it killed it. Nice. Now, this platform right here. Quick save. Let's see if I can make it. I could make it. Perfect. Now let me show you why this platform is a problem. What you're supposed to usually do is to just, you know, shoot at it a little bit. And it should move. Which should allow you to make this jump a little easier. Now, I don't know why sometimes this platform just does whatever it wants. Because you can make it go pretty fast, and at one point, the platform went so fast, it actually kept pushing me out of it. But now the physics is working correctly. Also, you maybe notice I fell, but I actually got teleported back up. There are spikes down there, but there are also sparkles, which means the sparkles will save you. And they will only save you up to 3 times. After that, the spikes will disappear. And that means if you die a 4th time, you will die.
Here you are. Climb up. Let me there. Take care.
Alright, there's a bunch of stuff over there.
Climb up and get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. I'm going.
Alright, the tree scash. Damn. Let me do my job, will you? Anyway, we're gonna climb up. We're gonna ignore the fact that all our pickups at the bottom because look at that, it's a turret. And once you get into this turret, you can just shoot everything with no danger whatsoever. Which I mean, I will appreciate because I suck. And I will say I will take the easy way out anytime I can. Also lots of kamikaze bombers coming from the right, but you can easily hear their screams. So if you hear them too loud, you know that they're about to explode on you. And that's it, you just stay in the turret and kill everything that moves. Honestly, there's not much else. Guess if you want more of a challenge, you don't use the turret. But even then, it shouldn't be too hard to deal with these enemies. And that's it, that's the wave. Now moving on. There's a heart over there, that is a secret. Which we will... Oh shit, okay. That is a little bit of an issue here. What? Okay. Okay, that has to go. Good. I hear a kamikaze, there we go. Now over here, should be able to jump into this hole in the wall and see that we're right above that heart.
Secret monkey hand has been reached.
Now I know how Jessica Lange felt.
And there's also a bomber somewhere which exploded. By a bomber I mean the kamikaze. Now, from here, let's see, we can just drop down. At this point you have to drop down, there's no other way. If you go over to here and shoot that with a rocket,
Platform has been destroyed.
you drop a bunch of armor. Now you may ask, what if I don't have a rocket here and I am at 0? Well, you go down into the water and look at that, 5 rockets. They're placed here deliberately so you can destroy that platform. At least that's what I'd like to believe. That sometimes they have some game design in this game that is not just random. Anyway, more of this stuff. There are some points up there, plus some sniper rounds. In order to get those, you gotta make a jump from here. Incidentally, that's a secret.
Secret high plateau 2 has been discovered.
A little bit weird peached extra life there, but an extra life nonetheless. And now we just have to make it all the way back up. It is unfortunate, but this is what we do. Don't have anything else to do. I wish there was a faster way to do this, but there's not. And even then, we should be on par this time, because we didn't make it by the par in the last level, but we should be okay for this one. Apparently, there's a good reason to use a sniper here. There you go. But still, we're gonna stick with our shotgun, because it's one of the best weapons in the game. This and the double shotgun, they're both really good. And he blew up because this guy shot him. Nice. Destroy all the boxes. And here we have another turret. But more important than that, there's a fuse box. And there's dynamite. So we're gonna activate the fuse box to blow up the dynamite. And there you go. And if you're stupid enough to go all the way there when that explodes, you die. It's an insta-death. So as soon as that blows up, I'm gonna get ready to shoot because on the other side of it is an albino. Or albino, whatever it is. And periodically we're gonna see albinos coming from that location. So we do need to peek over there. Sometimes. Destroy the helicopter, please. That is very dangerous. That's an albino. Kill and then move on to the helicopter guys. I believe they call backpack orcs or something like that. Oh yeah, this is the fight, by the way. Oh, we need that helicopter out of here. Why can't I now shoot those rockets? Oop. I don't know if I got hit with that. Did I cancel it just in the nick of time? I'm not doing a very good job in handling this fight. I'm taking a lot more damage than usual. I believe we are done at this point. Yep, that is it. Yep. Nothing more, nothing less. We're now headed for the final area, which should be fun. Although, I would like to have more ammo for the dual Uzi. Maybe I'll find something in here. Let me just make sure I got all the secrets. Yes, I did. And here we have this secret, serious damage power up, which I believe that serious damage power up is the trigger for the final fight to begin. So that actually gives us time to grab all the points, because this door here, the area around it, becomes an exit as soon as we finish this fight. If we grab everything now, we want to be, pressured, or just, we won't leave the level by accident. Okay, grab all of this. Sure, I'm gonna grab everything. And get ready for some fighting. And serious damage comes in, but serious damage is so broken once you have a fast-firing weapon that you can just have fun by shooting everything that moves. Now we get a reverse pitch. Like, we have a high-pitched extra life. We had a low-pitched extra life before. Taking a lot of damage here. You know what? We're just gonna... That was bad. I don't think this was a good idea to stay in this specific spot, but at this point, maybe the albino goes down very fast. We should be able to end the wave just as the serious damage ends. Yep. And you.
You rule.
Who's gonna stop me? God, I hope I smell some fresh air soon.
Yeah, me too. You stink like hell.